name is Tim Castleman. I'm the founder of the Drive 55 Conservation Project, and I live in Sacramento, California. I started this project right after 9/11, 2001. I saw kind of the connection between oil and terrorism and our military presence in the Middle East right then. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start doing something about this. And so I started a little website, and it's kind of grown since then. The overall concept of the Drive 55 Conservation Project is to observe all speed limits and never exceed 55 miles an hour to save 20 to 50% right now with no new technology. And everyone can do it with the car they have right now.
Well, I'm Brad. I'm 30 years old. I drive a Honda Accord 1996 EX Coupe, and I live in Reno, Nevada. I'm supposed to get 24 miles to the gallon combined from city and interstate in my 1996 Accord. I found that out from checking out the EPA.gov website, and I get 44 miles per gallon on the interstate. I've been driving slower for about 3 years. That's when I found that article in The Car and Driver by Patrick Bedard. He's one of their car guy engineers, and he said that he used a 2005 BMW 5 Series, which is a pretty heavy car. Traditionally gets only in the low 20s on the highway. It's got an inline 6. A lot of power, and he was able to achieve 36 miles per gallon with the BMW, and I thought, well, I've got a 4-cylinder Honda, I bet I can beat that, you know, and I did. I smoked it. I smoked that BMW. Maybe not at the Autobahn, but at the pumps. I really love the Drive 55 Conservation Project. It's it's easy to apply, you know, what do? You just lower your speed and save money. It does all the work for you.
Cars have been built and designed so quiet and so powerful that we don't even notice how much energy we're consuming to drive 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. There's a law of physics called drag that exponentially increases the amount of energy required to go a given speed. Cars are their optimum efficiency is around 35 or 45 miles an hour. As soon as you start trying to go 50, 60, 70, 80, a lot of energy is wasted in that effort to overcome drag.
My name is Richard Muller. I'm a professor of physics at the University of California, Berkeley. When you're moving through the air, you're bumping into air molecules. That slows you down. It's like bumping into lots of little things. So, for example, if you're in an automobile, don't be the driver, but if you're sitting next to a window, put your hand out, and you'll feel the force of the air. That force is tending to slow you down. The automobile has to use extra energy to keep its speed up because the air is slowing you down. Take an automobile, typical automobile, going at 65 miles an hour, the force of the air trying to stop the automobile is about 500 pounds. Most of the gasoline you're using is to overcome that air. So your mileage at high speeds is really bad. You could try this. Go from 65 to 55. You'll be amazed at how many more miles per gallon you get. If you're going on a 30-minute trip and you take an extra 6 minutes by going a little bit slower, you can save 20% of the gasoline.
Our opponents that don't want this movement often point out that it's the dissimilar speeds that cause collisions. And they're right, it is. It's the dissimilar speeds. And so what do? We make everybody speed? No, we need to get everybody to slow down to a reasonable speed. Matter of fact, people that are speeding tend to be the ones that cause collisions, which plugs up the roadway and slows everybody down. Likewise, when you're speeding, think about a funnel. When you're pouring rice into a funnel, only so much rice can get through there, no matter how fast you pour it in. Likewise, the roadway. That's why we have areas, they call them bottlenecks. And everybody speeds to get there, and then everybody has to wait to get through. By getting out of the race to the next red light mentality, it's a lot less stress. You just getting where you're going, you're going to get there eventually. What's the hurry? Enjoy your trip. Enjoy the journey. Life is over too soon to hurry up and get to the next red light.
I'm Ruth Martin Buxton, and I live in Carmichael, California, and I'm 88 years old. Since 1941, My husband taught me to drive on the Merritt Parkway in New York. I would say I drive cautiously now, especially. I don't come up to red lights very quickly. I start slowing down half a block away. They drive very fast on the freeway, and I think that's why I stay away from the freeway as much as I can. I don't think it's safe, and I know we use more gas and costs more, and I think it's something that needs to be addressed. I just heard recently about the Drive 55, and I hope that it will really be successful, because I think it's going to save a lot of lives, to say nothing of helping the environment. I hope it'll work. I'm going to be talking to a lot of people I know.
People from all walks of life are getting involved in this movement. Old people, young people, people who care about the future for their children and their grandchildren, people who care about, who are trying to save money today, people who care about climate change, people who understand math. Get it.
My name is Kat Cook, and I live in Nevada City. I'm 52 years old, and I drive an old Volvo station wagon, a 1986 Volvo station wagon. I consider myself a hypermiler. I drive slow. I'm really aware of how much gas I use. Where hypermiling is squeezing the last little bit of mileage out of your car. As long as I don't drive it very much, and I drive carefully, and I drive slowly, and I don't accelerate quickly, and I coast a lot, I'm getting as much as I can. I have always had old Volvos. I've had old Volvos for 25 years. I have never had a car with pickup. And I've never had an occasion where I had to speed up to get out of trouble. You get in trouble, you slow down. And you know, that's a good lesson in life. You get in trouble, slow down, stop, think. You know, I really care. I care about the environment. I care about my carbon footprint. I'm kind of stuck because I have an old car, so I'm doing the best that I can. If I had a newer car, I'd do the same thing.
I was at an Energy Commission hearing. I was there trying to pitch my idea. This is years and years ago, back in '02 or '03 maybe. There was a Sierra Club guy there, and we got to talking about the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit as a solution to climate change issues and petroleum consumption. And he said, well, he drove a Honda Insight, and so therefore he was doing all he needed to, and he could drive as fast as he wanted. And I was just shocked. It's like, no, man, you get it. Of all people, you should understand. And so the thing about that is, I've learned since then too, is that in the small car, the savings is even bigger than if you have a big car, because small cars have a lot less horsepower coming out the start. So they have to spend that much more energy to go 60 or 70 miles an hour. Whereas a big Hummer, they've already got way more horsepower than they need. So relatively speaking, it's easier for them to speed. It's even more important. If you have a Honda Insight or a Prius, it's even more important that you keep it under a mile a minute.
My name is George Whitehill, and I live in Redwood City, California, which is just south of San Francisco. I drive a 2006 Honda Accord Hybrid, and in another month I'm actually going to be 55 years old. I think it's great that the Drive 55 Conservation Project is going out and promoting this and creating awareness out in communities and all across the United States. I've seen the map of people who've joined it, and they have little pins on the map of the United States all over. I've known about the Drive 55 Conservation Project for over 2 years. At first I started playing around with speeds to drive my car at, and found that I got my best mileage about 55 miles an hour, which for my hybrid is 46 miles per gallon. And the reason I know that, it has a little navigation system computer on it. And then I noticed that a lot of people would come up from behind and sit on the tail of my car with their car, pass me cut me off, honk at me. And so I wanted something on the back of the car to basically say, hey, you know, I'm driving 55 miles an hour because I care about the environment and I care about better mileage, care about saving money. And so I found drive55.org. And on it I was able to order some bumper stickers so I could put them on the back of my car. So now a lot of times people will come up behind me, get up really close, and then some people will just kind of sit with me and stay with me for a while I'm driving, and they're going, hey, yeah, this is a good idea.
Which is really what I've been promoting all along, is that people get this sticker, and put it in your car, put it in your window, and that tells the drivers behind you that, you know, there's a conservation-minded driver ahead of you. Slow down, take it easy. And it kind of works a second role, that it makes the driver more aware of their own behavior. Nobody really wants to be a hypocrite, so it helps the driver to moderate, slow down, have a little bit lighter right foot.
Well, my name is Lindsay Klein. I'm 29 years old. I live in Oakhurst, California, and I drive a 2009 Subaru Outback station wagon. I describe myself as, well, I grew up in a rural place. I grew up in West Virginia, so my mom had a garden, so I have a garden. I'm pretty thrifty. I buy lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. I recycle. I do conservation biology, so I mean, I'm pretty much good to the earth. I think the Drive 55 Conservation Project is a really good way to get normal people to help the environment. I think it's something people can do. Anyone can do it. If you have a car, drive the speed limit or lower, you can do it. So it's a very simple way to make you think you're making a small difference, but you're actually making a really big difference.
This is modern day alchemy. Change the lead in your right foot into gold in your pocket. It's easy. It won't cost you anything, and it won't even cost you much time, if any.
My name is Lindsay Klein. I'm going to observe all speed limits, but I'm going to try to never exceed 55 miles per hour.
I'm Kat Cook, and I'm a hypermiler. Drive 55.
My name is George Whitehill, and I drive 55.
My name is Ruth Buxton, and I'm 88 years old, and I drive 55.
My name is Brad Tamman. I'm 30 years old, and I drive 55.
And we don't have to have a law. We get together and we do it because we love the planet, we love our life, we don't want to lose what we have, we want to preserve our life, we don't want to waste our energy. Everybody would just get these bumper stickers like the hula hoop or the pet rock and just make it a popular thing to do. It's hip, it's the cool thing to do.
Now it ain't about your speed, but rather the rate of traffic. Pedal to the floor with metal and plastic gas. It's 5-5 the limit, we're driven to push it past it. 9-5 we're living, but that's only half and of it. And it seems so easy to see why the commuter exceeds what's been suggested. The speeder risk he has to agree to take the stand on his feet and be the best he can be. No other way but to cheat, cause there's so much to complete. Before the end of the week, it's traffic lights turn to green. Just take a second to breathe. You're not as late as it seems. Slow down, hit the pedal to the left. Progress is obsolete beyond the building of your nest, and this is how we breathe beyond installments in our chest. So speeding off into nothing is